Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off giving all praises, infinite honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kakadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who do well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, Yahweh being the name who the world and he calls God. All right, Yahushai being the name who the world and he calls Jesus. Those are the real names. Those are the true biblical names of the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, who you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that has woken up to the truth should be called on within these last days and the hope of salvation. All right. Just want to go on to a quick lesson concerning Joel, the second chapter and the 20th verse. All right. And Lord willing be edifying. So let me put this on Do Not Disturb. Lord willing be edifying because, we're entering a time of war. All right. The scriptures speak about that in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right. We're in a time of war. And the war that end all wars, all right, which is World War III, which will eventually usher in the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai and his return to destroy the heathens' rulership. Well, the last of these heathens' rulership, which is Esau Edom, who's currently in, so to say, the driver's seat right now, who's currently ruling the earth right now in these last days. All right, so I'm gonna start off at Joel, 2nd chapter, 18th verse. Is in the subtitle reads, it says deliverance promise. All right, it says, then will the Lord Yahweh be jealous for his land and pity upon his people. Yeah, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith, and I will no more make you reproach. Right, because the Lord has made us reproach according to the curses mentioned in Deuteronomy chapter 28, concerning these nations, man. That's why the scriptures say the roughly paraphrased, and they shake and hiss and whack their head, saying this is the daughter of Jerusalem, all right, being made proverbs and bywords against this place. But the Lord has come back to restore us as a nation, starting with the elect, all right. And this is the verse 20 says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. All right, who is the northern army? That's speaking about America. All right, America, Babylon the Great. All right, and we know that because this is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14 says, I'm gonna start 14. It's subtitle says, God will restore them. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth, that brought up the children out of the land of Salakia, the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. All right, the land of the north, that's talking about North America. All right, and from all the lands whither they had been driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I have given into their fathers. Right, because when the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai comes back, he's going to place us back in our land. All right, he's going to put us back in our original, land that we come from, our heritage. What he has promised us from the beginning. All right. So back in Joel 2 and 20, start back at the top. It says, I will remove far off from them the northern army. Okay, that's talking about America. All right, because America is going to go into the Middle East concerning this Third World War. All right, you still got the draft coming. All right, where Esau Edom is going to send a lot of men and women into over there in the Middle East, man. And the scriptures speak about that too in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, the 33rd verse. It says, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the woman shall mourn having no husbands, the daughter shall mourn having no helpers. Right, because a lot of these men going to be sent over or be drafted into this Third World War. all right, to fight boots on the ground, man. All right, all right. It says, and I would drive them into a land barren and desolate. All right, where's that land barren and desolate? That's talking about Saudi Arabia. All right, over there with in the desert of Saudi Arabia. All right, when you look on the I think I got a couple photos that I got pinned up. So like yeah, this landmass over here in Saudi Arabia. All right. So yeah, that's that desert place. All right, you go on Google, you look at the Saudi Arabian desert. You can see that it's a major desert over there, man. So let me continue on. It says with his face towards the EC. All right, that EC is talking about the river Euphrates. All right, which starts at Syria and ends by the Persian Gulf. All right. So I want to go into a map again. I think which one of these maps that all right, see, you got the Euphrates River right here. It starts like, by Syria, goes through Iraq, Kuwait, and, it ends at the Persian Gulf. All right, that's talking about that EC. All right. It says in his hinder part, all right, when you go into that word hinder, it means back. All right. So the back of the EC, all right, let me finish. It says the hinder part towards the utmost sea. So that hinder part that that's talking about back of the EC. So what's back of the EC? What's that uttermost sea? That utmost sea. All right. That utmost sea you got right here. All right, it's the Red Sea. All right, it's hinder, toward the it's hinder part is the utmost sea, and that's talking about this Red Sea right here. So it's surrounding this region over here in Saudi Arabia. All right, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Yemen, all these nations that's surrounded, by the this landmass, so to say. All right. And it says, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things, right? Because hey, it's gonna be a lot of death, man, and that stink shall come up. It's gonna be all those dead bodies that's gonna partake in the storage world war. All right. That's why the scriptures speak about in Ezekiel how, when we establish his kingdom, it's going to be continual appointment, because the first thing that these nations going to have to do is bury all those dead bodies from this Third World War. All right. That's going to be their, continuing appointment, because it's going to be, it's going to be mass death, man. All right. And they're going to have to, bury those bodies, man. That's going to happen over there in that, it's lucky for that. I had a call coming in. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm gonna read it again. It says, his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. And that's talking about America, because America as a whole has done great things. During this time of rulership, man. All the wickedness, man. All right. So let me see. I think I got cause I want to read that. I'm gonna start back up at with his face towards the east, the EC, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, because like I said, that EC is going to the Euphrates River, and when you get Revelations, the 16th chapter, the 12th verse, it says, "In the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great Euphrates River, and the water there was dried up, that way of the kings of the east might be prepared." All right, and it goes into the next subtitle. It goes into Armageddon. All right, but we already know a couple years ago, it was news and articles going out about how the Euphrates River was dried up. That's how you know the scriptures is real and this Bible is real, man. Because the Lord is making a way, making a place for this third world war to come down. All right, I mean, go down. So he could, he could return. All right, so to say. All right, but back in Joel, 2:20. All right. Yeah, it says his hinder part towards the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. Right. So yeah, like I was saying, those dead bodies, over there in the Middle East, and this is the landmass. It's the landmass of what you will call, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, over here in these surrounding areas where it just describes, over in the landmass of Saudi Arabia and surrounding areas, man. All right, well, all these troops, because the Lord spoke about how he gonna, gather the nations. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. This is Joel. The next chapter 3:1 says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, shall I bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." All right, the Lord he's gonna bring us out of this captivity. All right, Judah going to the northern kingdom, Jerusalem, Judah going to the southern kingdom, Jerusalem going to the northern kingdom. All right, verse 2, it says, "I will gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat." All right, when you go into that word Jehoshaphat, all right, let's see.
Strong's H 3092. Yehoshaphat.
Yeah, but when you go into, because it's Yahweh, the Lord's name is Yahweh, so it's going to Yehoshaphat, which means Yahweh has judged. All right, it says Jehovah, but the Lord's name is Yahweh, so it's the Lord's judgment. All right, and that's what this whole thing is gonna go down at. All right, it says, "And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, who they have scattered among the nations and have parted my land." All right, so this is what the Lord is coming back to do, man. He's coming back to bring war amongst all these nations, man, for the plead with his people, man, which is the nation of Israel. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was quick and to the point and edifying. As always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Again, double honors to the apostle and elders of the great millstone who do well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. Shalom.